Hi, I'm Liz with UWannaDanceSalsa, and I'm going to talk to you really briefly about the difference between salsa on 1 and salsa on 2, otherwise known as mambo, okay? So, regardless of which style you're dancing or which timing you're dancing on, your footwork is going to be exactly the same, okay? So if somebody tells you that on 1 and on 2 are so completely different, that's not true. Your footwork in either case is going to be exactly the same. So what your basic step in salsa or mambo is going to look essentially like this, looking at your feet, okay? So it's going to be right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left. I'm going to go to the foot cam so you can see a little closer. Pardon the fact that I do not have a pedicure. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, so in either case, that's going to be your footwork. The main difference between on 1 and on 2 is the timing on which you take those steps. Okay, so if you're looking at an 8 count of music, in salsa, we work in dance with 8 counts of music. So as you're listening to a song, if you're at all in tune with the beat, you'll eventually pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? In both salsa on 1 and on 2, the only beats on which you are stepping for your basic step are going to be the 1, 2, 3, and the 5, 6, 7 for both styles, okay? The difference is where you put what foot on what number, okay? Not to get too confusing, but I'll just demonstrate for you, okay? So if I'm dancing on 1, which is not my it's not my preference and it's not the way that I learned on 2, but on 1 is more popular globally, so I'll start with that. If I'm dancing on 1 as a follower, right, as the person being following in the dance, I'm going to take my steps on the following numbers. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Foot cam. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay? When I'm dancing on 2, same exact footwork, but the timing is very different. So as a follower, I'm going to step 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So you notice when I'm dancing on 1, I take the first step, my 1 in the music, as a step back on my right foot. Okay? I take my second step, 2, 3. 5 is where I step forward and change direction. 5, 6, 7, okay? So those 2 steps where I stepped back and where I stepped forward, those are called your break steps, okay? So what I mean by that is I'm dancing in a particular direction and then I change that direction, right? So right now I'm going forward, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I change my direction on the 2, and then I change my direction on the 6. When I'm dancing on 1, I change my direction on the 1, and I change my direction on the 5. Okay, so that's why they call it on 1 or on 2. It's when you're breaking the step. So one other little note, and there are differences between on 1 and on 2, stylistic differences that come from sort of the way that the dance has evolved. For example, with on 2, you'll often see a lot more body movement that comes from older, like African traditional dance. So there's a lot more core movement, there's a lot more shoulders, there's a lot more of this happening when you see people dance on 2. Whereas on 1 tends to be a little bit more ballroom kind of looking, okay? So I know how to dance both. I prefer on 2, and this is the reason why, and I'm going to show you. And most people that dance on 2 will. There's a rhythm that you'll find in many of the songs that we dance to when we're dancing salsa that is called the Tumbao. It's a rhythm played generally using the Congo drums, And the tumbao has a slap, right? There's a slap that the drummer will play when they hit the conga drum, and that happens on the 2 and the 6. So like I just said about break steps, right? You're changing direction. So it's sort of like an accentuation, right? When you change direction. So when the tumbao is playing and you're listening to a song, especially if it's a heavy tumbao in the song, it feels a little bit more natural to those of us that like to dance on 2, because that slap is happening as we're changing direction, okay? I'm not gonna say one dance is better than the other. That's not, everybody has their preference. But that is kind of the reason why I think a lot of people feel in tune with that on 2 style. So I'll just demonstrate. I'm gonna put on just a Congo tumbao rhythm, and I'll show you. So this is on 2. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. You hear that slap? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, if I were to do the same thing, well, not do the same thing, play this music and then dance on 1, you'll see where I'm stepping and it's a little bit different. Let's see if I can do it. So it's 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So you see when that slap happens, it's happening in the middle of the dance rather than on your break step. Those are the primary differences between on 1 and on 2. There's really, like I said, other than that, there are definitely differences in style, in the way that you use your body. You'll tend to see a lot more of the flashy hand movements and the sort of articulation of the hands and things like that when you see people dancing on 1 or LA style, as they call it as well. Personally, I integrate some of that into my On2 dancing because I just think it's pretty and I enjoy it. But overall, your steps are the same. Your fundamental footwork is the same. So if anybody tells you, oh, I can't dance on 1. I know how to dance on 2, but I can't dance on 1. Or, I dance on 1, I can't dance on 2. That's absolutely not true. You are physically able to execute the steps if you know one form of dance. You just have to get in tune with the music in a different way. So don't be discouraged, don't be intimidated. And if you want to learn on 2, I work with beginners. That is like kind of our focus. We work with beginners and move them up to level 2. So please visit our Facebook page, our website, and hope to see you soon. Bye.